Alright, we're zombie hunting once again. We'll play first. No treasure hunt, which is a prerequisite for keeping a hand with this deck, so we're going to 6. There it is. Alright. So we found our treasure hunt. The only card that really matters. Now we pray that our opponent doesn't have discard. Hierarch. So maybe a collected company deck. We'll play Swamp here. We're going to wait a turn before treasure hunting because hopefully we'll hit a Reliquary Tower, so we don't have to discard a bunch. Ooh. Big ol' smiter. Alright, so treasure hunt time. See what we find. Didn't draw that many. And didn't find a Reliquary Tower. But that's alright. We have another treasure hunt for next time. And next time, Reliquary Tower or Zombie Infestation is fine. Still not sure if our opponent knows what we're on. So we'll discard a couple lands. We'll be taking 5 from the Smiter here. Treetop Village. Alright, let's spin the wheels on another treasure hunt. Well, we didn't draw that many cards, unfortunately. But we did find both Reliquary Tower and Zombie Infestation. So we can make 5 zombies, which isn't the worst. Hushwing Griff. Not really relevant to this matchup. Now we'd like to find, since we didn't really draw that many cards off those treasure hunts, which is unfortunate, we'd really like to find another treasure hunt. Gonna get in with Hushwing. Yep. Land into Leonin Arbiter. Into another Smiter. Yeah, it would have been nice to draw some more lands. But we're still going to make as many zombies as we can. Which happens to be 5. We'll ship the turn. Hold on to our lands. But we might not win this one just because we didn't manage to draw enough cards off our treasure hunt. And we're getting beat down for 3 in the air. Alright, keep passing. Guess we need our treasure hunt next turn, I guess. Do not die to the Hushwing beats. But that's the way of the world with this deck. Sometimes you just run below average. And sometimes your opponent has flyers. Like, a lot of decks don't have flyers. Oh. Tremoka's command was surprising and problematic. But it doesn't really change much. If we hit Treasure Cruise, I think we can still win, most likely. Treasure Cruise into the second infestation. And we weren't going to win without Treasure Cruise anyway. Nope, Fairy Conclave. Well, oh, it's a +1/+1 counter, so that doesn't really help. Alright, game 2. We just ran below average on our treasure hunts. Do I keep saying Treasure Cruise? No sideboarding. Alright, let's see how we do this time. The treasure hunt and reliquary tower. Running well. So I think we'll lead on tar pit, because we can. If you're building this deck, you really don't have to play the tar pits. They very rarely actually matter. I just happen to have them in my collection, so I figured why not. So reliquary tower into treasure hunt. So either a lot of cards in a zombie infestation or another treasure hunt is fine. And we get another treasure hunt. Temple Garden into what? Pride Mage? Sure. So we will just treasure hunt again into a bunch of cards and another treasure hunt, which is fine. We don't have another reliquary tower. I think we'll just play another tar pit. Next turn we can treasure hunt. Hopefully hit the infestation finally and win. I guess Thalia would throw off the math on that a bit, but that doesn't look like a Thalia. So we're taking 4 here from the Pride Mage. Pride Mage isn't really an issue since we're going to hopefully go off all in one turn. Down to 16, opponent passes. Do we draw anything of importance? Alright, so we will treasure hunt. Did we find infestation or treasure hunt? There's infestation, alright. So we'll just play a second reliquary tower, why not? Into a zombie infestation. And in theory, this should win us the game. Our opponent can kill it, but we'll just make creatures in response. And we can make enough creatures that it should be lethal in one swing. So we take another 4 down to 12. And let the discarding begin. Yep, our opponent knows what's coming. So, got there in game 2. Should have gotten there in game 1 if we ran slightly better, but... Alright, so no treasure hunt. So it is a mulligan time. Let's see if we can find what we need. There it is, and a zombie infestation. We'll keep it. I mean, really, as I've said before, treasure hunt is the only card that matters in this deck. If it's not in your opening hand, you mulligan all the way to 1. Or, yeah, I guess probably not mulligan to 0, but mulligan all the way. If you do have one, then you keep. Ooh, a second treasure hunt. Alright, so we gotta play it slow. If we just treasure hunt now, then we end up discarding. If we play zombie infestation now, he can Jermoka's command it. Islands don't untap. That is not a problem. So let's see. So now we will treasure hunt. Hopefully hit a reliquary tower. Actually, we hit like nothing. So we'll just play tar pit, pass the turn, do it again next time. Luckily, we're not under much pressure from our opponent, but we do have to discard an island, I guess. There's a Pride Mage. Since our opponent has Ghost Quarter, which can hit a Reliquary Tower, I think we just play land and pass, because next turn we can Treasure Hunt and play Zombie Infestation. So we're taking 3 from the Pride Mage. Dromoka's Command to get a counter. Someone's going aggro. Another Treasure Hunt. Well, hopefully this works out alright. We only have 1 non-land card left, and if it's near the top of our library, we're actually in trouble. It was not. So now we can play Reliquary Tower, play Zombie Infestation, and that should do it. We can make an absolutely insane amount of zombies. We have 41 cards in our hand at the moment. Our opponent's going to kill it, so now the only thing that could really go wrong is if our opponent has some sort of Wrath, which seems pretty unlikely. And even in that case, we can probably just beat down with Manlands. And yep, we got there. Sweet. Through a choke. And some other hate. Ghost Quarter, Quazelli Pride Mage. This deck, maybe it's more resilient than I imagined.